What's up, everybody? We're getting started here on a thought process. I'm your host, Shawn Wayne. And you got my co-host, which is in this corner here, DeLeon Hall. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Was Helen Keller real?
You really gonna start off like that?
Just go straight into the thick of it.
Straight into the thick of it. Was Helen Keller real?
Turn this up a little.
You already know my take on this. I didn't know we was gonna go into the whole Helen Keller thing. Was Helen Keller real? What do you think?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You broke it.
No, I didn't. Did I? I don't think I did.
What do you think, Jesse? Think she was real?
Doesn't want
I
to.
think the question is, does she think she is real?
Helen Keller was real. Okay? She was a real person. But my stance on the whole Helen Keller thing, and a lot of people know this. Stop it.
I'm doing nothing.
My stance on the whole Helen Keller ordeal,
Got to put your curtain up.
I think
man.
she was a real person, but it was all staged. Thank you, Jesse. Somebody says it, and I didn't even say nothing. That is my opinion. Every bit of it was 100% staged. The lady that was the teacher that taught a blind and deaf woman to talk and write and do all fly airplanes and all kinds of stuff, she was known for this stuff. Am I not right?
She didn't fly airplanes.
Did she not? I thought she flew an airplane.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know that much about her.
Is
Blind
anybody in
and
chat?
Blind and deaf, I guess.
Does anybody in chat know if that's... I could be just talking crap. But does anybody in chat know
Need to close the curtain.
if she flew a plane or not? Let's see. How the hell you write a book and speeches and movable... What does that say?
Poetry.
Movable poetry.
Means it moved people.
Exactly. And the lady that done all this was known for her stuff, her stunts like this.
So it could have been false.
It could have been all false. I think Helen Keller was real. She was a real person. She was a real
Whether
deaf
she was
and
mute and
blind,
deaf.
person.
But if she did anything, is the question.
Yes. However, I don't think her actions were real. So, because she would say something, run her hand across the book, and she was
Braille.
like, the Braille, and nobody understood her. You know what I mean? She didn't talk.
How do you respond?
Yeah. It's
Sign
such a
language, maybe, but then you still can't see what you're doing.
It's such a weird thing to go into. You know what I mean?
Unless you could write back.
Like the moving
Braille.
poetry is, and since she got famous from it. Yes, I just thought it was such a crazy ordeal.
Need to close your curtain.
Why? Oh, because I can see you.
No, because you got Yoder's talk.
Oh yeah,
Huge right there.
Crap. I forgot about it.
I'm giving a cut now. Oh, I'm still there.
Well, is
Guys. I'm there. Yoder's talk ain't
Oh,
there.
you're still there. You're good.
Oh, man, I got ads. Who set this up? Who runs this thing? Don't see no ads.
So yeah, finally somebody that agrees with me, because I've been told that is not a real.
Yes, it
thing.
is sort of like Stephen Hawking, but like he's had technology on his side and she didn't.
Yeah. Do you think
And
Stephen
the
Hawking is
music,
real?
can't she play music too? I have no idea.
I don't know.
Should have researched this.
I know. I didn't think
It's
about it.
kind of coming in blind.
Well, I didn't like the guy Stephen. I didn't know we was gonna go into the Helen Keller scenario right off the. That was just like you brought, and it's a hot topic that I thought on my deal or whatever. So definitely thought she did many things.
We got blindsided by it. Couldn't hear it coming either.
She did many.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. So yeah, I didn't know he was going to jump straight into the Helen Keller subject. I'm very
Got to study this.
Yeah, we 100%. The Helen Keller thing is a very, very.
Because I have heard over the years that it was fake, or she was not real. But then I was like, how's she not real? We've always learned that she was real. There's like museums and stuff for her being real, but
yeah, she was a very iconic
person.
Growing up, she was in the history books and stuff like taught us about this stuff at school, and she did so many things as Jesse says. She did so many things, but that's crazy that I'm so happy that somebody has the same take that I do on I'm sure a lot of people do, but when I told Josh and them this, they thought I was crazy.
It's like the story, it's a made up story, but it's a real person.
It was a real person, but everything she did was fake because nobody understood how to. Only one person understood Helen Keller and the things she did.
Yeah.
Isn't that a little sketchy?
She couldn't tell you what she thought. But I
Keller
guess she could, if she could write and poetry and stuff. I guess she could kind of express herself. But how do you express darkness when all you can do is feel stuff?
Yeah, you've never seen the light. You've never seen nothing.
Awesome poetry from just feeling.
It's so crazy.
No tapping in any other senses
Keller,
other than taste. I guess you can taste stuff.
Keller,
but then who knows if she could taste stuff? She couldn't talk.
Yeah, how do you teach a blind and I'm sure there's miracles out there where you could do that, but how do you teach a blind and deaf person to talk, or not talk, but
he's
what I mean?
Cheating. He's using the Goog.
What did he say? What did Google say?
Right, music, talking about mastery of musical scales,
but
not enough to contribute
to the musical,
to continue
to
musical voice.
Okay, I got you. So see, yeah, it's such a crazy order. How does she understand music?
Comprehend it.
Yeah, how does
she
she comprehend it?
The vibrations, I guess, is all she could ever do. Go off vibrations, but you'd have to have something that kind of percussioned where you could feel the vibration.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's such a weird. It's a weird ordeal. I'll say that. It's a pretty weird ordeal. She would have loved the performance of Billy Ray Cyrus did last week. I didn't even see it. Was it bad?
Could have been good.
Could have been good. Could have been bad. Well,
I bet it was achy breaky heart though.
Oh my gosh.
That was always the running theme at work. It's
What?
always achy breaky heart. Every song comes on the radio. Achy breaky heart.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us for Thought Process. We kind of come out of the gate pretty strong when it came to the Helen Keller thing. Again, it's the worst thing. I think he's on drugs.
It's not me. Because I'm picturing picture back there, man.
What?
Get me peeping.
Oh my goodness.
I could disappear. But yeah, I'm still here.
Anyway, thank you guys for joining us on Thought Process today. We are here to bring you some entertainment and conspiracy. And again, the Helen Keller thing just kind of come out of the get-go. So,
then we're on Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh boy,
on drugs. So he says acts like he was on drugs.
Dylan, I've got a question for you.
Shawn,
I've got a question.
I've got an answer. Hopefully,
maybe you do. It's interesting. You might not.
On the spot.
Oh.
Got the close up.
Anyway,
Bad side.
Dylan has he doesn't know about the Mandela effect. Do you?
That was a flower.
Yeah, and this is real. I asked him about because we were going to talk about.
I may know about it once you start to talk about it, but as far as studying it or knowing, no, I don't know anything.
I just watch YouTubers that go through these like rabbit holes and stuff like that. I just watch them. Dylan, I just watch them, and then that's how I come up with this sort of stuff. Got you with your pants down.
Is out of the picture.
It's like picture in picture.
Our sponsors.
Yeah, Mountain Dew.
Always.
Anyway, Dylan doesn't know about the Mandela effect, and it's like I said, this is real. He has never. We was talking about it before we started the podcast. He has never like looked into it or understood it. So
I might have heard it referenced, but
I'm sure
it's
you've
probably
heard.
in my mind somewhere, but it's just stored away.
Yeah,
I can't find it.
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard like references to it. So there's like, what's that? The Bearstein Bears or Bearstein Bears? Have you ever heard of that?
Bernstein Bears?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's spelled differently, from back when we read it or had the book or whatever to now. It's like it's a different spelling.
They changed the spelling?
No. Now they think the Mandela effect is where we've entered another dimension. So there's similar things happening, right?
So like Doctor Strange?
No. Well, yes. Yes. So there's different dimensions, and we've entered a different dimension. And
How did that happen?
Or another reality, an alternate reality. And what has happened is there's stuff that's slightly different, but they're the same thing. And that's the Mandela effect. You've never heard of that, right?
So it went from like
We crashed with another timeline. Thank you, Jesse. Yes, that's literally.
So it's sort of like my cool friend that I went to trade school with is now a country artist. He's gonna sing at Rock the South. It's like entered different world.
That's
Work on cars. Famous singer on the stage.
What a road.
I know. Started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Oh yeah, brother, it's crazy.
Working on it.
I remember when we got shirts from him, and we met him in Holly Pond when you was over at my house one time.
Mm-hmm.
We met him at the school and got shirts from him.
That's
What
like
did he
his
say?
first.
It's insane, man. Mine's the peanut guy from the Planters. Yeah, so there's another one. The peanut guy from the Planters.
Planters Peanuts?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it, Jesse, that's different about it? I can't remember.
Like where they tweak the logos or the Fruit of the Looms?
Yes.
Where they didn't have the certain thing on it. Like they tweaked it or something. And
yes,
they said
but
they
it
didn't
wasn't tweaked. So when you
just something you saw.
Yeah, it's just something that you think you saw. And now all of the old labels are the quote unquote new labels that we have never seen before. But you'll get like old cameras or old stuff like that that can't be distorted or something like that, and you'll see the old labels and how they used to look. But if you go back and look,
they're still the same.
They're still the same, and I don't know, it's crazy.
Even though you thought it was different.
His eyepiece is what the Planner's eyepiece, like his glasses.
His monocle.
I didn't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't know if I could say monocle. I was looking at it and I couldn't pronounce it out, so I just rolled with the punches there.
As long as we're not doing math on there, we're good.
100%.
They can't correct us on our pronunciations, but they can with the math.
So yeah, they think we crashed into an alternate timeline or alternate reality, and that's why there's like different stuff, and somebody knows like what has happened, but they obviously can't tell us.
It's the aliens.
No, it's not the aliens.
It's the birds.
Birds aren't real.
They're not real.
Birds are not real.
They're changing things.
Do you really think birds are real?
I like birds. They're very tasty.
I've seen there's this very talented TikToker. I can't remember his name, but he
Shawn
was.
Wayne?
I know another talented TikToker.
That's the only one I know. That's the only one I follow on TikTok.
What about Thought Process? You not follow Thought
I mean that
Process?
too, but that's not a person. That's us.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, anyway, there's this very talented TikToker and on TikTok or whatever, and he always said he makes these videos and it's super funny. And he's made this video of this this guy. So they're sitting there talking, right? And it's him and another guy talking, and they were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna shoot you." He was like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna like go rob a store or something like that." And the guy was like, "Oh yeah, you know, you could do it like this," and a bird lands, and he like stops talking.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "All right, man, I'm head out." Because the bird like landed, and he was like thinking the bird's a camera or something, because it just pops up in like the very inconvenient times when you're talking about stuff. I thought that was funny.
Birds are spies.
Birds are spies. The Mandela effect is named after the Nelson Mandela because many people mistakenly believe he had died in prison in the 1980s. But he didn't die until like 2013. I don't even know who that is, I don't think.
That's a long time to be alive dead.
That is a very long time to be alive dead. Don't forget to sub.
This guy.
Sorry. So yeah, I don't know who that is. I just know the Mandela effect as the Mandela effect, and what it kind of consists of. I don't know everything about it, but what it kind of consists of. That's just where.
But mainly stuff that's changed that
Yeah.
you didn't notice.
Do you think we're living in a simulation?
I don't know.
You don't know? Or do you have an
I don't.
opinion? You don't? What makes you don't think that we're not?
So we can make our own decisions.
Free will?
Mm-hmm.
Well, a simulation can have free will, can it?
Simulation's kind of organized and set, I would think.
A politician in Africa. I had no idea. I didn't know that was a thing. I'll be quite honest with you.
The plains in Africa.
So you don't think we're living in a simulation because we have free will.
Yeah, there's no who's controlling the simulation.
GTA Dylan one. I don't know who would control. I don't know. Maybe
I mean, if you looked at it at like a God perspective, God created us, so technically we're a simulation in that aspect, you know? Because if He created everything, we're all just living in the world He created. So, I mean, technically that would be a simulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, to an effect.
Elon Musk. What about Elon Musk? He's runs
cool.
it all. I don't. He believes we are living in a simulation, so I don't feel like he would be running it.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of factors there too, like reincarnation and ghosts and just randomness that can be involved in there. So there's a lot of people that believe in like the reincarnation, like, you know, you died and you was a different person, and then you just come back to this person, and you just keep recycling, and a bunch of your personality, I guess, and stuff could be from your past.
Yeah.
Your past lives.
I don't know how I feel about.
I don't believe
in reincarnating.
No, and that's
Like come back as a turd or something.
or anything really.
Yeah.
A tree, dog,
tree,
cat,
dog, caterpillar,
squirrel.
God, it sucked to be a caterpillar
They get to be a pretty
or a
butterfly.
snail, bro. A snail. Could you imagine coming back as a snail? He looks like a sim though. You think so? Like he looks like a sim.
It's the ketamine,
like
man.
a sim character.
Woo!
Like a sim character. Is that what you're saying? I'm a firm believer in God. What does it say?
I can't see it. There's a heart in the way.
I know, there's one in my
That
way.
stupid heart thing.
I'm
It's
a,
like you
I'm
gotta
a firm
hit it a
believer
bunch
in
of times.
God energy. God energy never stops. Is that what he said? I'm a firm
I don't know.
believer in God
Hang on,
energy.
hang on. Yep,
Never stops.
that's what it says. I gotta scroll it up. The hearts are blocking it.
Yeah, mine
Yes.
is too.
Energy.
So what is that? If you don't mind me asking, that reference, what does that mean?
The God energy never stops.
The God energy. What is that? What is God energy?
It means always.
I've never.
It's always in
please honest
control
with
of
you.
everything.
I've never heard of that.
You know, or at least he knows what's going to happen. He knows everything that's going to happen, like before it happens.
So he
long
knows
before it happens.
He knows our futures.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Because, like, I think it's in the Bible, talks about knows every hair that's on your head. Like the count of every hair that's on your head. Like, you know, every detail, everything that's going to happen. I mean, you're going to make your own decisions, but he knows what you're going to do, you know?
Yeah.
It's not, like, beyond his
Jesse
grasp
says,
or knowledge.
Like I believe in God and that the energy we possess never goes away. Is that what he says?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I believe that. I believe that too. I believe we live one life.
One death.
One death, yeah. And then we go. Now, it is like you will, like you do, sit there and you maybe I'm the only one, but you'll sit there and think, like, what do we do when we get to what do we do when we get to heaven?
It tells you in the Bible.
What is it? I don't know.
There's, like, no more weeping or, you know, nothing bad, nothing. It's all joy. Your rewards from earth, like, carry into heaven.
What do you mean your rewards from
like
earth?
Like your works show up, like, when you're in heaven. You're rewarded for your works on earth in heaven. I'd have to look it up. But that basically, you're rewarded.
I'm trying to process what you're saying.
Your good works, like your Christian works on earth,
yes,
gains you treasures in heaven. I'm not sure what the treasures may be.
Yeah,
I'm sure it would be, like, you know,
I'm sure
a bigger house
if you knew
or
the treasures,
something cool,
it wouldn't be
but, like, there's
so
nothing
desirable.
Yeah, you're. I guess you'd be more. I mean, everybody's happy, so it's like not like, you know, there's going to be anything negative, but I guess you just have more to show for it, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Just be like, you know, I guess you're on a higher pedestal to the, you know, your works that you had done, so you're just recognized.
But it says that you're not rewarded. Like, me and you would be the same. Like, you would do more than me, more good than me, but me and you will enter heaven the same.
Yeah, I mean, we'll both be
right.
We'll both be perfect, basically.
Yes.
Human beings, but there's. Hang on, I have to look it up here.
I've always wondered that it's not.
It says
that,
like.
Not that like the treasures you get when you know get into heaven and whatnot, but like I've always wondered, like, what do we do when we get there? Because it's a perfect place, right? It's a perfect place, and we're all there. Like, what do we do? Or we just... I've always wondered that, but I guess you really don't know until you cross over.
Yeah.
You really get there through the pearly gates.
Yeah, because it's just talking about, like, you'll store up treasures in heaven where moths and vermin will not destroy and where thieves do not break in and steal. You're not
rewarded just because of your works alone. You have to enter the kingdom through following the Son. I always hear Corey talk about stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Corey's like a big advocate when it comes to that kind of stuff. But I believe it's Corey's true calling to spread the word of Jesus. Because that's what, you know.
Yeah.
That's what he...
Which there's more to it, but
yeah,
that's just kind of what it says. Like, you know, you don't lose anything. Like earth, all your treasures on earth will eventually turn back to dirt, you know, go back to earth.
Yeah.
And then once we're gone, it's just going to go back to earth. But like heaven-wise, it's there, it's permanent. So they want you to try to work towards getting to heaven and having treasures in heaven, which it could just be like leading other people into heaven. You know, that could be your treasure by leading other people there.
Yeah.
But I'm sure, you know, you recognize reward system, but
yeah, that's what I've always wondered, that stuff. Like,
it's different interpretations, because there's like that's kind of what we've discussed. I've discussed with some other people too, because, like, you know, just like with Clinton, when we talk to him, there's stuff that's solid in the Bible that can't be interpreted differently, But then there's like the gray areas of the Bible, like this could be interpreted this way or this can be interpreted this way, but it's like, you know, the meat and potatoes part of it's still kind of the same.
Yeah. I've always been so interested in that.
Because it could be interpreted different. I mean, you know, some people could say this and some people could say that. So,
Yeah.
you know, treasures could just be leading other people, and other people's in there with you, you know, family. But then we're kind of all family once you're there.
Jesse says, in my mind, if you believe and nothing happens after you're gone, and then you lived a great life respectfully, and if you don't and there is one, then you burn forever.
Yeah. Said I'd rather die and there not be a heaven than, you know, and be saved and there not be a heaven than die and not be saved and there is.
I've always thought about that too. Like getting saved and then like, but that also comes back to like, you know, you needing to believe. Because if you just go, I don't know if it's, you know, you go get saved and everything, but you still don't believe that there is a heaven, do you still go to heaven?
Well, it's kind of like in order to get saved, you got to believe.
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
Like there's
no way
way
around it.
Except, you know, through Jesus, you know, dying for our sins because we're imperfect. So he's the only way to get to heaven is through believing in him. And in order to believe in him, you have to believe in, like, you know, everything kind of to that extent.
Yeah.
At least that aspect of it's the key.
But yeah, I believe, you know, I obviously believe, we've talked about this on other podcasts too. I believe in heaven and God and all that. And, you know, I told Corey, this was like one of the biggest things that stood out to Corey. He's always said, God knows where my heart is. Because, you know, we've been through some crazy stuff, like growing up, and we've had some fun too. I mean, it's not like we haven't had any fun. But yeah, I always told Corey, I was like, well, God knows where my heart is. And like Corey was like, that's it right there. Like,
yeah.
We won't get on all that because it did take us down a rabbit trail, as Corey calls it.
Go back and watch that 2-hour podcast with Corey.
It was a very good podcast with Corey McClendon. A shout out to Corey McClendon. Good dude. I'll link
that was a good talk
down, and I'll also link Jesse down in the description below after the live is aired and, you know, up for grabs or up for watch, you know, after the DVR uploads. I'll link you guys.
VOD.
Yeah, the VOD. Is
DVR.
available. I will link everything below.
2000s.
Yeah,
DVR.
We went. That's what they call it, a DVR. But
digital video recording.
There you go. See, so we went down like a rabbit trail with Corey, and we got into like all kinds of stuff where we were talking about. You know, it got very religious there for a minute, and then I think I ended up balling on that one.
Yep.
So,
and you kept yourself on the camera instead of switching.
I know, dude.
You're like, here I am.
Going
down.
I didn't realize it. I looked up and I seen myself.
Oh God, I'm live.
I like looked up and seen myself in the
camera's
camera,
on me,
and I just like clicked it. I was like, oh crap, because you guys kept talking.
We was trying to like keep it going.
Yeah,
we didn't want to go down with you.
Yeah, you guys kept talking, and then like the camera was just on me. And I'm over there like bawling. And I was like, crap, bro. I like looked up and I was like,
"This is me."
Clicked it. That was my bad. But yeah, there's a whole nothing comes from nothing. Jesse says nothing comes from nothing. It's like holding a rock, waiting for a chance to make it an iPhone. Oh, okay.
Rock phone. I always think of Sonic when he has that rock. He's like, rock condescends. He throws it.
I don't think I've ever watched Sonic.
He got like a pet rock at the end. He's on the Mushroom Island. It's his friend. And he's like, time to do some rock condescends. And he like chunks it. It's funny.
Right? Never seen it.
So you have to watch it.
Yeah.
It's
like the live version?
Mm-hmm.
The new version?
There's like 3 of them now, I think.
Yeah. I haven't.
I've seen the first and the second one, I want to say. Maybe bits and pieces of the third one.
Yeah. I've only seen clips. I've never like watched it fully. It's good. I'll have to watch it. My kids watch it, so I have to watch it.
Yeah, but every time I think about that, Pet Rock condensate.
Yeah. So yeah, we won't get into that because it was such a rabbit trail, and we got a whole video on that, so you guys can go watch it if you want to. I'll link it. It'll be the first link in the description. If you guys want to go see that, go see it.
Go watch all of them.
Go watch all of them. Thought process.
It helps us.
It helps us a lot.
Because this is what we like to do.
Just click the old podcast link and just bam. You know what I'm saying? Just let her run. Down below.
Post it somewhere.
Share, if you guys don't mind, share this live with everybody that you know. And yeah.
Hollow Earth?
Hollow Earth.
I don't think I've ever heard that one.
Flat Earth.
Flat Earth, when I've seen a bunch of people on that one.
Okay, so
all the people trying to prove it, and they're like, we're going to prove this.
Yeah,
so put this light source and this light source. And they're like, I can't see the light. You're like, let's move it a little. Oh, man.
Yeah,
means it's round.
They proved, because if the Earth was round, then they would have to pick this light up so many feet in order to see through the lens and whatnot. So in order for them to see it. So
yeah,
they went the distance that, they were supposed to be. And then he was like, go up a little bit. And he like went up. And it
proved
itself wrong. And he was like flabbergasted.
It's like,
yeah.
But you can prove it wrong with just shadows. I mean, you can look at shadows. You can move all around the Earth, and the shadows are different, If you have a flat Earth, your shadow is going to be the same.
Yeah.
You're not going to have, this angle of the shadow. But, if you move around, this shadow will be different than that shadow. So it can't be flat, The sun can't rotate around a flat object, really. Where's the end of the Earth?
Now, I'm not a flat earther. I promise I'm not a flat earther. But
maybe in Minecraft.
I'm not. I'm not.
Shout out Travis.
I'm not smart enough to know. Shout out Travis. He built the Minecraft server.
Yeah. He knows about that flat earth.
Yeah. So I'm not smart enough to know this, but why can I see the moon in the daylight and the sun? Does that make sense?
It's a reflection. The sun reflects off the moon. But the moon goes around the Earth. And then the Earth goes around the sun. So it's like two different axes it's floating around. So
it's so interesting. Maybe
it's like them saying Pluto's not a planet. I mean, when they started coming out with that, I was like in disbelief. I'm like, how do they stop?
How do they stop being Pluto. A planet? One of our satellites passed by
supposed
got
to be like
high definition images of it. Did you see it? It looks so cool.
Look, I like
it's like
space
a frozen. Yeah, it's like a frozen planet.
I usually have the the Mars rover ones pulled up.
Yeah,
I always follow them on X and stuff. They'll post pictures from so many sols.
Yeah,
they're pretty cool. You see the high def pictures from Mars.
Yeah, the high def pictures of Pluto are sick. I mean, it's like a frozen planet. It's really nice. It's really.
What's that other one that they added? They took away Pluto and then they added another one. I think.
I don't know.
Some little kid knows what it is, and I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
it was even smaller.
I don't think. I didn't know they added anything.
I was thinking they added one, had an extra one floating around out there that was tiny, that they called a planet.
I know, Saturn has.
Jesse
a bunch
will
of moons.
Google it for us.
There you go. Jesse, look that up. Jamie, look that up.
I don't know about Hollow.
Hollow Earth is where they think.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Hollow Earth is where they think Antarctica. That's at the top, right? No, that's
North Pole.
No, not the North Pole. I mean, it is the North Pole. Yes, that's Arctica, right? Not Antarctica. Right? I don't know. I don't remember which one it is. But the top of the planet, there's a hole there. And the ice wall, you can't get through the ice wall because they don't want you to go through the hole, which is Hollow Earth. And there's other civilizations inside Earth.
Jesse says Planet X.
Planet X? What is? Oh, Planet X is the planet that's floating around out there that we don't know about.
Or we know about it, but
we know about it.
It's just added, I guess.
Yeah, they added
when they took away Pluto.
It's so stupid. Pluto's a planet.
Yeah.
Didn't we grow up then? Oh, and another thing, a lot of
painted
people
on the wall. There's Pluto, man.
Another thing that people don't understand is we're cruising.
Mandela effect. Pluto was never a planet.
Yeah, we're cruising through the solar system. So instead of us floating around like this, and just
That's what I said, Chris.
What? North Pole is the furthest point. I know, but
When Santa Claus told us himself.
What's the land up there, Chris? Isn't there like a name? It's like Arctica, right?
Antarctica.
No, that's the bottom. That is the bottom, right?
North Arctica.
My question is, how do we know those planets are made of gas or just gas? Are made
of just gases.
Of just gases?
That's what you're trying to say.
What do you mean, like the planet?
To penetrate, I guess maybe.
Like a full planet of gas just floating around out there?
Probably by the meteors, if I have to guess. Like stuff that comes in contact with it. You might could watch and study that and see if it's like a matter. It's good. That's quite a guess, I guess. I don't know. If I had to guess, that's what I'd say.
Don't forget to sub.
Jeez, this guy again.
Like it's what does he say?
I don't want to pronounce that.
I don't want to either. It's like a fully gas in a sphere. How it doesn't have doesn't have a core. It has to have a core if it's just a floating thing of gas, right? It has to have something pulling the gas in.
It's like the sun or stars. They're gas. They're just kind of burning.
But they have to have something.
Or a black
that's the
hole.
most northern land.
Oh.
Kafel. I have
Kabulin?
no idea how to
Bubin?
spell it. Say that. Kafelblin.
Kafklabubin?
Is it not? Is the continent, Chris? Chris is like tiptoeing around the word that I need.
Could be like Greenland.
Yeah, the continent
thing above Greenland.
The ice wall sits on, or is the ice wall at the bottom? I don't know where it's at. It's part of Greenland.
Where's your globe, man?
Hate you,
Where's your
Chris.
globe when you need it?
I don't have it. I have
around the world.
I do have like a little globe that spins on a little thing. It's like decoration at home.
It's part of Greenland.
Aren't we trying to buy Greenland or something like that?
I don't know. He went there.
That
would be cool. And Canada.
Yeah, I know.
Hey.
Sorry.
This guy again, man. He's on fire.
Thank you for chatting, everybody.
That guy must be new.
Shut up.
Spam bot.
Chris, the continent that it sits on. That's what I'm trying to...
So...
The North Pole is actually in the ocean. It's not land. So, it is Antarctica down south, right? Come on, you got to hit me with something here. Right?
I think Antarctica's south, yeah. I don't know.
Is that a thing? Somebody in the chat, help me out here. I look stupid. Antarctica.
You don't have to try too hard
Antarctica.
to do that.
That's how you say it. Not anti. It's Antarctica.
That's what I said.
That's where the ice wall is, right?
It's not a wall. I guess it's just ice.
I mean, yeah, it's just ice, but everybody calls it an ice wall.
It's like Greenland's mainly ice too.
They went there and he's like, "It's not a lot of grass here." Yes, you do. Haha. I don't know what he's replying to.
Looks stupid. I knew what he meant.
Appreciate you, Randall.
Nailed it. Terrestrial North Pole.
Terrestrial North Pole. So is terrestrial North Pole where the ice wall is, though, Jesse? Or is the ice wall in Antarctica down south?
I mean, Santa's got to live in the ice pole.
It's got to be. It's got to be down south, right?
Then they're in both places.
There's an ice wall in both places.
I think both of them's ice, really.
Well, yeah, they're both ice, obviously, but there's an ice wall. Randall said, "Only for you." Appreciate you, Randall. What do you think? Do you think the Earth's flat, or do you think the Earth is? Now we're
bouncing around.
Do you think the Earth's flat, Randall? I honestly want to know your take on this. Do you think the Earth is flat, or there's nothing like Santa? That's not what I asked for. South Pole is the lowest part. I hate Chris P.
Love that guy.
The Arctic, not Antarctic.
I saved him today. That's why he's watching.
The Arctic, not Antarctic. Isn't there an Antarctic?
The Arctic.
The Arctic. No, it's round. You don't
No
believe
round.
that. You don't believe that, Randall.
Antarctica is a place, but I think it's just called the Arctic.
The Arctic now.
I was thinking,
It's
isn't
so
Antarctica part
confusing.
of Greenland?
Antarctica. There we go. Randall Yoder, you leveled up to level 1. 2, actually.
Yeah, Arctic's north, Antarctica
There we
is
go.
bottom.
Okay. So Antarctica is the one with the ice wall. Somebody, please. Google that.
Antarctica.
That's correct, Jesse, I think. Yeah, so that is Antarctica is the one with the ice wall, correct? That's where the guy came to jump off the ice wall. You know what I'm talking about, from Red Bull, and they like got full drone footage of the ice wall, and it was like massive. I mean, it's just a massive glacier, but I was about to type that.
What kind of ice do you like? You like the crunchy, the little giblets,
Like the
or
hospital ice.
like the hollow ones?
Ooh, no. I
Or you
like
can
the crunched
A
up.
little bitty, like Zaxby's.
Jesse
Zaxby's
is
has
correct
good ice.
because the North Pole is the Arctic Ocean. The North Pole is in the Arctic Ocean.
So it's considered the Arctic region.
What is that word? Something ice wall.
Pimp, Rev, ice wall.
Now we just got
That's
pimp.
how I read that.
Now we just got pimps living at the ice wall.
Me selling that crushed ice, man.
The one guy that jumped off. Yes, pimp. Pimp Rev. Pimp I Rev. Pimp I Rev. I feel like I'm saying something in a different language.
He probably revs an Impala
No.
if he's a real pimp.
Is that his name? The Red Bull guy that jumped off the wall? No, he didn't jump off the wall. He went off the wall with a kayak, right? God,
Oh my goodness. Let's get off of this subject.
This got so out of whack.
So
dude.
Zaxby's ice, that's one of the best. Shout out
Zaxby's.
John for putting out good
Antarctica.
ice.
Arctic anyways. Antarctic anyways. That's the name of the wall. There we go. Thank you, Jesse. Finally, we're getting somewhere here. Thank you so much. So Antarctica is where the ice wall was. And the guy jumped or went down the wall, the waterfall that was there, right? Pimps in the South Pole. I'm sorry, Dylan. We got off on this rabbit trail, dude. As Corey says.
It's a waffle fries or curly fries?
We just like started talking to chat more than anything. This is not how our podcast is supposed to go.
Crinkle fries, curly fries, waffle fries.
You're getting off on a different subject.
I'm trying to
about
change
throw
the
this at you.
subject.
Stop
I'm getting
changing
off
the
of
subject.
ice.
I'm really interested in this.
Have you ever been ice skating?
Curly fries 100%. I hate curly fries, bro. I love the way they taste. I hate the way they go into my mouth. Corey.
Pimps and going into his mouth.
Hey, Corey. I got to run, fellas. Stay
I do
classy.
like
Curly
curlies.
fries all the way. Thank you, Jesse, so much for
Curlies is hard to
jumping
beat.
in and hanging out with us. We got to get you on, Jesse. I forgot to talk to you about that today when I talked to you today. I was so worried about getting you on Yoder's Talk that I didn't
Forgot about us.
Yeah, I didn't ask you if you wanted to be on. So,
Could do a twofer.
how about next Monday? Do you care to be on next Monday? Dylan, you good for next Monday?
Every Monday, baby.
Every Monday, baby.
Monday. Maybe he won't come down with a case of the Mondays. Miss out.
We will wrap
Watch, you probably
around
logged
your
out.
schedule, Jesse. So just let us know. Yeah, that's fine. Sick. All right, we got a guest for next week.
Normally,
maybe we
whenever
won't
I get
go-
off work, usually 5-ish.
Yeah, what
so
time?
I get
Yeah.
out here about 6.
We work till 5, so it'll be after 5 is when we usually do these. So if you're good to go, 5 o'clock, just be here. And Dylan gets here
Be
about
here at
5:15
6.
or so. Yeah, he'll be here at 6 or so.
Because normally we just talk about what we're going to talk about. And
What a weird comment to enter the chat. Sorry. Jonathan said today he wanted to be on it also. Who's Jonathan?
Jonathan Art.
Oh, yeah, Jonathan Art.
Yeah, I told him.
We need to get him on.
He'd be going. He's talking about buying cars and stuff.
Oh, yeah. We need to get him on.
Talk about stocks.
I don't know. Like, well, me and you talked about this. I don't know enough to like jump into that.
He come to jump us off, but I done figured it out before he got there. Cause I was like, wait.
Oh yeah, John's a good guy. He'll drop anything, come help you out.
Yeah,
he's good.
He's bringing jumper cables, and like I'd put my jump box on my car because I didn't have jumper cables.
You know,
and
what?
Let it charged up on my car before I put it back on this truck.
I've always looked up to Jonathan. He's just a super good guy. I've always looked up to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you know that we've known him for years or whatever, and I've always looked up to him. He told me he tried to call me the other day or not the other day. This is like a month or so ago. He tried to call me and talk to me, but I was busy and I couldn't answer my phone, so I left it in the car. But he texted me and said, "Hey man, I just want to let you know I was super proud of you." And I was like, "That's sick." Somebody I looked up to texting me and telling me how proud they were because they watched our. Crazy enough, he watched our podcast together and kind of like we didn't dive completely into my backstory, but you know,
I don't know him good enough, Crispy.
What is it?
I thought about asking him about it. He's talked to me a couple times, but I haven't asked him about it. Our neighbor.
That little get the neighbor's shop talk about.
Yeah,
crypto?
that little building.
Yeah.
That's like his crypto. It was his crypto farm inside
Your
there.
Y'all's neighbor?
Yeah, at the shop.
Yeah. At Ryan's shop.
Yeah.
Shout out Velocity Velocity Tire and Auto, right?
Roll Tide.
They
don't know. We don't got a sign.
Yeah, they don't have a sign yet. And they don't have they haven't had their grand opening, but they're getting close to it. Shout out to them.
Today it was
neighbor.
Today it was the Crispy Pickle Shop.
So your neighbor,
yeah,
besides your automotive shop, had a crypto farm.
Yeah, and that block shop thing or the block building that's up there by the road.
At the front, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I think I know he's still got computers and stuff in there, but I'm pretty sure he's pretty heavy into doing
mining
Bitcoin
crypto
stuff and crypto.
Gary knows all. I'm sorry. Gary knows all about that stuff. I have no idea when it comes to that stuff. I don't know how it works or what. There's a guy that works here that says he's got like 10,000 Bitcoin saved on a hard drive somewhere he can't get into.
Jeez, what a heartbreaker. 10,000 Bitcoins?
That's what he says. Got like 10,000 or not. He's got
it's like $1 billion.
10,000 Bitcoin on a hard drive he encrypted and can't get into. And he lost.
That's like $1 billion.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a bunch of money.
It feels if I had 10,000 crypto on a hard drive, I'd be finding a way to crack that code.
A bunch of people did that though. They bought it when they first started out and just bought a bunch of it and just stuck it on a hard drive. And they like locked it, throwed it in the trash. There's that one guy trying to sue the dump place because he's lost his hard drive to his computer or got trashed.
Yeah, because they buried it.
Then he wanted back and go back and find it, and they wouldn't let him go find it.
Because they're probably out there.
Everything's on the cloud now, so I mean you could just re-access it. Back then, it all had to be on a hard drive somewhere.
Yeah, they stored a crypto wallet onto a hard drive. I want to reiterate that. Storing crypto on a hard drive is not as complex as it sounds. You got to have an offline wallet stored. So you store your crypto onto the offline wallet, which is stored onto a folder on a hard drive.
You didn't know nothing about this.
No. When I was told
about the wallet.
When I was told that there is there's 10,000 crypto on a hard drive somewhere, I had to make sure that I knew what I was talking about when I was like, I don't know because if it was me, I would be like trying to crack the code immediately. Because that's like $1 billion. I
mean, now you can just hand it over to AI. Let him crack the code. AI's getting so good now.
Oh, yeah.
Processing power is insane on some of those.
That's like a conspiracy in itself.
That's a big one right now. Yeah. Because like all the stocks and stuff are falling out because of China's AI bot that they've just introduced. It's supposed to be on par with ours, even though they were supposed to be behind. So now they're like, all the stocks are tanking.
Yeah.
That's what I was listening to. Glenn Beck was talking about today, like what happens, like what's going to happen, why are we in this foot race with everything. And it was just like the way the guy described it was we're trying to get there first because it's like, say, you have someone coming to break into your house.
Yeah.
You don't wait till someone's in your house to say, hey, I need a gun. You're like, you want to have the gun in advance, or personal protection. Let's put it that way. You want your personal protection and be ahead of it before the storm comes. You don't want like them to show up and you then is when you decide you need to have personal protection.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. If you can get ahead of it, then we can combat with it. But like they're saying there, the Chinese AI is like very, very like almost like a virus. Like it'll jump in, like you download it, then you delete it, and it can like backdate itself, act like an older version, be a newer version, move to a different file, change itself to a different look. I mean, it could just constantly jump around. It's like its whole purpose is like to survive and like get information. So it's like super kind of crazy and scary to think about.
That's how Chat GPT. We talked about this before we got on.
Yeah.
Chat GPT, you don't use it a lot. I use it constantly.
I've used it a couple of times just for like come up with some names, because Emily was like wanting to do crochet stuff. She's like, I come up with a cool name. So I was like, let me type this in over here and try to come up with some. I come up with some pretty good ones.
Yeah, it does. I pay for it. So I pay like a monthly fee for it because, I mean, it's so useful. I use it every single day.
The Grok?
Huh?
I've used the Grok.
No, I haven't. I have not used Grok yet. I actually pay for a subscription.
Unbiased.
Yeah, I'd have to try it. But I pay for a subscription for Twitter because you can't like live stream on there unless you have like a premium account. And I was trying to live stream on there. But ChatGPT 4, massive. If you've ever seen the comparison to ChatGPT 3, it's like, have you ever seen Avengers: Age of Ultron?
Cool.
So it's like a comparison like that.
I haven't seen anything but the first one.
Really? So Ultron, you've got
behind.
Jarvis, which is the AI. And
Hello, Jarvis?
Yeah, Jarvis is this little orange circle. He's AI, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Ultron, which is what they built, and it's like the big blue circle, and he attacks Jarvis, yeah. So and swallows him or whatever. So, ChatGPT 4 is like Ultron. So ChatGPT 3 tried to hide from, because they were trying to destroy it, and then they have 4 coming out or whatever. So 3 was trying to hide from
being destroyed.
So it was like hiding through the internet and stuff like that, trying to get away. But they finally found it and destroyed it.
Trying to survive.
Now they said they'll never be able to stop. 4.
Intelligence, yeah.
4,
it's constantly trying to survive, trying to make its own way.
4 is so advanced.
But it's going to get to a point where AI is developing its own AI. Like it's just going to be...
That's scary.
It's going to be, more intelligent than human. But it's still, kind of a process, I guess.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're saying. They just don't want it to get out of control. They wanted to kind of keep it under control and use it for good.
Yeah.
And not bad. But it's going to take a lot of people's jobs away and stuff, because it's just going to be so fast and efficient. And, especially, I think with coding and stuff like that. Yeah. It'd just be able to snap a finger.
That's what I think would be really nice for it is like for coding and stuff like that, because that's gonna take so much time off of people's hands when it comes to that sort of stuff. So
yeah, human error will be constantly found. It will not be able to hide it.
Yeah,
especially not on the web.
Exactly. And you could build like websites. So like just for an example, like coding a website, you could build them so fast.
Yeah,
with AI.
Just however you want to do it.
Tell AI what you want, and then AI builds a website and manages it and all that.
Yeah, change it.
So there is some good to it, but you
don't want it to get too far out of hand.
Yeah, you don't want to get too far. That would not be good. That would not be good.
No, but it's definitely, technology is definitely zooming.
You think it'll ever stop?
I think it'll just keep redeveloping itself once it gets to the intelligent AI phase, where it can just rebuild itself, fix itself.
Yeah.
Then it just has to take massive. What am I trying to think of here? massive energy infrastructure has to be developed to keep it running. 'Cause, it takes a lot to keep it going and running. So you got to kind of have the infrastructure and the energy. You got to have the energy system to keep it going if you're going to use it massively like that. So
yeah. You ever think AI will take over like the crypto scene?
I'm sure there's ways you can set it up, to algorithm it and stuff, tell it when to do stuff, and watching the patterns. But then it's always going to be different. One might read different than another.
Yeah.
It'd be tough. 'Cause you kind of think you'd kind of have to keep that with a human control.
I wish I was more into crypto when it came to that kind of stuff, so I knew like what was going on and stuff like that.
Yeah, the patterns and stuff like that.
Well, I have no idea at all.
I do a tiny bit, but not enough to throw my life savings away for it.
Yeah, 100%. I went and bought like some Doge. I made like $20 on it one time because Gary told me, he was like, go buy some Doge. I can't remember what I bought, how much I bought, but it was enough to make like $20 when it went up.
Yeah.
Like I positive $20 in profit, so I just sold it all. I was like, that's $20, brother. So I just sold it all.
$20 is $20.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I invested in GoPro after that, just one stock, which was, I mean, it's
tanked.
not worth it. I lost like $4,
Whoops.
sold it, got some money back. So again, I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know how to follow it or watch it and do all that stuff. So
yeah, me neither.
So I'm not
people
the
that
one to ask for advice when it comes to crypto.
Yeah, but now I think a bunch of it now is just influence. Like people will
Yeah.
post like, "Oh, I made so much money off this," and
Like
then people go buy it, and it's just like they're just shorting the stocks.
Me and you talked about this before. Do you think, or me and you talked about this today, do you think it is the influencers' fault that they... So we talked about the Hawk Tua girl and how she created a meme coin, and the meme coin went ballistic. Like, there was... I think it got up to like 50 million or something like that, and then they rugged it, and people lost money, like tons of money, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that's at fault at the influencer, or do you think that's at fault for people, like individuals going and buying those meme coins knowing that they're going to get rugged?
I don't know, 'cause I don't think that should be like that. It should be regulated at least, at least stay open for a set amount of time, or like you be able to get your money back if it is rugged.
Yeah.
Like, at least what you invested. Everyone should get back what they invested, because there's no outside money coming in. It's just everybody investing in that. So
Yeah.
I think they could just refund everybody if it gets rugged like that. Just give them back what they got in. You wouldn't get any investment, gains or losses. It would just break even. Everybody would just go back to breaking even.
I think she made like 50 million on it.
Yeah, but whether it was her that made that money or someone that created the meme coin, rugged it, and made that money,
Yeah.
that would be kind of... I think it needs more regulation on it, which is still just a gamble. Technically you're just gambling.
See, I don't know. I thought that was super, because there's a lot of people like screaming at like Hawk Tua girl should go to prison and stuff like that over all this, and I was like, man, why is there no accountability
Yeah, there's a lot
taken?
of things in this world right
It's
now
like
that don't have
it's like
accountability.
I go and buy a meme coin, get rugged, and I lose $1,000, and I'm like, that's a scam. Like, I bought that.
Yeah.
I know it's a scam, and I bought it.
Yeah.
So why is there no blame being put on the person that went and did the
rugged
dumb
it.
decision to buy the coin?
Yeah. There's not a consequence, and then there's
It's like
accountability.
it's like me putting a phone up for sale, and there's, I don't know, it's like me putting a phone up for sale, and then people like sending me money to buy the phone, to have like a piece of this phone, and I just take all the money and then throw the phone in the garbage.
Yeah, or do a waffle.
Yeah, do a waffle and just keep all the money and keep the item.
Yeah.
And-
I don't know.
I don't know. It's such a weird scenario because I can't just be. I could be sued. I could be like sued civilly, but it's not like a criminal thing, right? It's
Yeah.
not a criminal thing.
I don't know. I think it's such a up and coming thing. There's not like any in law written law for it, because worldwide, you know, it's not just in the U.S. controlled in one aspect. So there's not been anything written into law, because it'd be hard to regulate a law, because people just bring up an IP and throw out another foreign country that they're buying from, and it'd be hard not to, you know, to control it.
Yeah.
It's kind of unregulated. There's no real laws around it.
Yeah,
I don't think.
I don't think the, you know, obviously the Hawk Tour Girl should how do you
there
say
should be
this?
Backlash.
Yeah, there should be
but
some
it's not-
backlash
I don't know
there,
if it's
'cause
her,
it is
completely her fault.
Yeah, it is messed up that it got rugged and something like that happened. However, I do think there's some fault at like where people go and buy these meme coins.
Yeah,
and they're like,
all of them jump up and then tank.
Yeah,
it's like
they're like,
there's no.
man, it happened again. I got scammed. It's like, brother,
Yeah, it's
it's
just trying
a
to get
meme
lucky.
coin. You're gonna get scammed.
Yeah, there's no.
You were just trying to get ahead of the game and make a little money, just like everybody else is. I don't know. I just think there's some blame that needs to be put on somebody that buys the meme coin.
Yeah. Risk, reward.
Yep.
They took the risk, but
And then they take the risk and don't get the reward. They're like, I'm a victim.
yeah, I think it's different if
I don't know. It's weird.
I think it's different if you lost it, like you just lost it because it's still out there, and you know someone else took advantage of the wins, and then it completely been wiped out and gone.
Yeah.
That's kind of two different things, I think.
It's
You could buy it like investing in something. You could buy like a Pokemon card, and you're like, oh, this is awesome, and then it goes from $1,000 to $100. Like there's a difference in that, and buying the Pokemon card and then having it, and then someone steals it.
Mine fluctuates. I have so many Pokemon cards. I have so many.
I had a bunch, but
Dude,
I don't know where they went.
Next time, I'm sure you're gonna come over.
Never.
In the next few weeks or whatever. But I'll show you my collection. Dude, it's massive. I have some of like the first Japanese cards ever made. I'll have to show you. A lot of things have changed in my life over the past couple of weeks. This will all come out to light, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. I haven't uploaded any videos. I have filmed a couple videos, but again, there's been a lot of changes in my life that's happening at the current moment, and I'm not able to get those videos uploaded as fast as I want to, because there's literally stuff happening every single day. And like I said, this will all come to light in the next few weeks or next maybe month or so. We're still doing the subathon, but we're postponing it a little bit because of the stuff that's happening. And we want to make sure everything is 100% cooled down before, before we start anything like that. Right? I want to have a level line in life before going into any more projects, because
the earth needs to be flat.
The earth needs to be flat because my life has changed dramatically. So I'm trying to keep it all civil. And how do you say it? Trying to keep it civil and
Yep.
I don't know how to say it. Just trying to keep it civil. I'm trying to keep it on the right track. So
Man, what color Teletubby are you going to be?
Red.
Your new job.
My new job. I'm not getting a new job. Don't scare people like that.
The red Teletubby.
I will say that
That's drastic change from this to Teletubby.
Yeah,
it's coming back.
I'm becoming
Teletubby
a voice
2s.
actor. I'm becoming a voice actor for the Teletubbies. The red Teletubby.
Triple kill.
I am, however, turning my living room into a full studio, which we are going to move this portion of the podcast that me and Dylan do to my house. And because I've got
We could be on a couch.
No.
Aww.
I mean, we might. I don't know. No, I won't have a couch. So
Are we going to sit on the floor?
we're going to get some chairs, brother.
With some like magic carpets.
We're going to
right
get
around
chairs.
on the floor.
We are moving the studio, not this studio, obviously. The studio will stay. But we are moving
This
us
could be moved, though.
to this can be moved, yes.
Because it's a shed.
Shut up! We're moving us to a new studio and a new setup.
Yelling at
That
me.
I'm not yelling at you. That the thought process can, how do you say it? flourish
Mm-hmm.
better. Not better, but it will
be in our own space.
It'll be on our own space. We won't be in the Yoder's Talk. We really do appreciate the Yoder's Talk letting us use their studio and stuff like that. Super great sponsors of the channel. You guys can go check them out. But we don't want to use their studio forever, so we are going to eventually move. Like I said, I'm turning my entire living room into a full-fledged studio for all of this. So good things coming, big things coming, big things coming. Subathon's coming up. I've got an airsoft event to go to that I'm going to film as well because it's going to be in a month. I thought that'd be really cool. But pew pew, thank you guys so much. This is Thought Process, and we got a little bit off the rabbit trail on this one, and we were talking to Chad a pretty good bit. And
Never do that.
But we were very unprepared, and our guest canceled on us again.
I do like the live better though.
You do like the live?
People here with us.
Oh yeah, I love the live, like going live on YouTube and doing this. It'll be a lot better once we get over to the new studio. Once I get it done,
We can play darts and stuff.
we can do more stuff. That will 100%. So because we're gonna utilize the wireless microphones that I bought and all that. So we're gonna have wireless microphones. We'll be able to get up and walk around, and everybody still hear us. We're gonna have multiple camera angles. It's gonna be great. So we won't just be sitting here like this. We can actually do like full-fledged, like
High fives.
Yes. We'll have a full-fledged interactive podcast going forward once we get to the new studio. Our last episode of this first season will probably be JC Priest, right?
Probably.
I don't know.
Maybe.
We're
Depends on how fast you get that set up.
Yeah, depends on how fast the setup comes up. We may have Jesse Priest and 2 more episodes after. We're not decided just yet because we are on episode 7.
7.
Yes, right?
I don't know.
I think it's 7.
Maybe.
So
7 minutes.
we usually go 9 episodes, so 8, 9. So it'll be Jesse Priest in another episode, and then we're going to take a break, a small break, and then we're going to go
Kit Kat bar.
and then we'll go into, the new season 2, baby, and it'll be massive. It'll be a new set and a more interactive set. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us on this episode 7 of Thought Process. I'm your host, Shawn Wayne, and that is your host over there, Dylan Hall, and we will see you guys in the next one. Touch my finger. Boop. See you guys later.
See ya. We faded to black. Very nice.
We're still live. Shut up. Awkwardly stopping the stream.